So what are the Banks Power products and what do they actually do for you? It's time for a little bit of a review. I've had several of the Banks products in my Tacoma now, and I wanted to give you an idea of what they are, what they do for you, and how they've been doing for me. So first of all, let's pop the hood because you'll want to see these. They're awesome in appearance. And that's the first thing that I'll point out. They look good. Not that you really should buy any kind of performance aftermarket product just because it looks good, unless of course that's the whole idea. It's for aesthetics. But let's start over here with the Banks intake. They actually call it a Banks Ram Air intake because it rams air across this big ass filter, and that's what they call it because it is a big ass filter, on down to feed the system. Now, a couple of things to point out about the Banks unit, the Banks intake. It has this nice big tube flowing on down to the intake, and they've also located the MAF sensor in an area where it's not going to cause check engine lights. I've mentioned this before. One of the biggest fears I have, and honestly I think a lot of people do as well, is when I install something like this in the truck and then I turn it on and there's a check engine light. It's like a nightmare when that happens. I have not had that with the Banks unit. They also tout that that's not going to happen, and they're right. It won't. It doesn't. As long as you install it correctly, and let's be honest, it's pretty simple to do, you're not going to have that problem. Now, what does this give you? It looks good, it installs easily, but it gives you over 18 horsepower. I like that. That's additional horsepower without a tune, and over 17 foot-pounds of torque. Can you feel it in the truck? Hell yeah, you can feel it in the truck. At least I can. Next up, while we're under here, we've got the Banks boost tubes. They look fantastic. This nice bright red color. Pretty simple install. I will say it's a little more tedious, if you will, than doing the intake, and that's only because of space. It's an install that anybody could do. We've got them on the cold side, we've got them on the hot side, and they are awesome. Now, what do they do for you? They provide a bigger space, in layman's terms, I guess, for air to flow through. Also, a more unrestricted method of getting air to the engine, to the turbo, right? That's what you want. What does that mean? Well, it means that the turbo does not have to work as hard as it would with the stock setup, which will increase the longevity of the turbo itself. Now, it also aids a bit, as well as the intake, in acceleration. And if I'm being honest, my whole point in adding these things to my truck was to increase acceleration. Now, you might be thinking, well, so what? It's a truck. Why do I need to worry about increasing acceleration? Well, let's say you're a big-time camper. Maybe you're an overlander and you're going to add a bunch of extra gear to the truck. Even if you're just loading up the bed with a few hundred pounds of camping supplies, right? Not to mention a great big tent on top or a roof rack on the back. You're going to take some of the power away from your Tacoma, right? Because it has to haul around that weight. When you add these items to the truck, it brings it back to where it was when you've got it. So you're not riding in it and thinking, oh my God, this thing is a dog now. No. Now, there's a couple more things to mention. First of all, we have the mod or the addition that nobody really knows they need until they get it. And this is the iDash-Pro. This I have in combination with the Pedal Monster. You don't have to. It can be a standalone unit. It shows different parameters, different measurements in the engine. Temperatures, turbo, all kinds of different things that you can I guess, observe as you're driving down the road. And there are many different things you can choose from and different setups that you can have for the screen, which is right here. Awesome setup. Now, the final piece, the piece of the puzzle, is the pedal monster. What is a pedal monster? Well, it's a throttle controller, right? It allows you to set up the truck in a manner that you want so that you can control the acceleration. You can make it better, which is what I want. And it has such a good range to it that I don't even have to top it out, right? If I went as high as I could go from the numerous settings that you can choose from, it would be too sensitive for me. I like that. It gives me options. Now, it also has some safety features to it. You've probably seen those videos where people have a throttle controller installed, like the big competitor out there. They hit the pedal and they go flying through their garage door. That's because there is no sensitivity setting for lower speeds, how I'll term it. You can set up the pedal monster so that it doesn't kick in below 10 miles per hour, right? That way you've got stock settings so that when you hit the pedal, it's not going to lurch and you either go through your garage door or through the front of your garage into your house, I guess. It's one way to make your house bigger, but I wouldn't recommend it. It also has another safety feature in that should anything ever go wrong, let's say there's some kind of an electrical surge for some reason and it burns something out in the unit, it's going to revert back to stock. It's not going to leave you stranded somewhere because it doesn't work anymore. That, to me, that and the tip in control, which is that setting to not have the unit kick in, I guess, until a certain speed or above 10 miles per hour, are the two big selling points for me. Safety, right? The last thing I want is to ram into a car or through my garage door because I forgot how sensitive the pedal now is, or have something in the unlikely event go wrong and now I'm stranded somewhere. And I've seen a few videos out there of that happening to people, right? Where they've actually had a failure in the throttle controller, we'll say PC, pedal commander, and they've been stranded. So now they're out trying to disconnect that thing underneath or in their footwell just so they can get moving again. As far as the reliability and the quality of the products, they've been spot on awesome. I've had them installed in the truck now for a few months. I haven't had any issues. As I mentioned, I haven't had any check engine lights, nothing crazy. Everything is functioning the way that Banks says that it will, and that's a testament to Banks. They put a lot of engineering expertise into developing these products, and they don't put them out without testing them. When you go to the Banks website and you check to see what the dyno results and things are, those aren't results that they did 5 years ago like some other brands and they just assume that it's the same now as it was then. They actually test every product so that they can put out true, reliable information. I highly recommend them. They've been awesome. Of course, there is a link down below. You can save yourself a little bit of money. I am an affiliate there, full disclosure, but I didn't buy these products just to push junk. I only get behind products that I believe in that actually work. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've gotten these, if you've put them in, if you've noticed any difference and what you think. Don't forget, click that subscribe button too. Thanks for watching. Bye.